Hi everyone, how are you guys all doing? Not sure how many people is here yet, but I wanted to bring up Annie onto the up on StreamYard. Yeah. So
Oh,
tonight we're gonna finish Annie's bag, and I worked on it quite a bit during the week just because I was having so many problems with it last week that I wanted to make sure that it didn't have to do quite as much on it. So I'm going to go over to the other table. So Annie, if you can let me know if anyone else comes in and says anything. And I'm going to go over there and explain what I've done and what I still need to do. We still have a lot to do. So let's go over here. Okay. Can you see me? What is going on? Why? Okay. Hold on. I forgot to add it to the stage.
there you go.
Okay.
That's a much better view.
Yeah, let's do
Hey, Lacey,
there.
welcome home.
Welcome in, Lacey. Okay. So what I did this week on this is added I made this pocket. So it's a pocket on this is on the outside. So it's a pocket behind, and then there is a zipper pocket in front. So
Oh,
if you
cool.
and then this is the strap, so you can carry it. And the strap I put over I sewed the pocket underneath it so it's stable. Then on the other side, it just looks like this.
And that
Now this is
fit my Kindle.
yeah. So this is on the inside, and I put two large pockets here. That's on the inside of this part of the bag. And then this is the other inside with two other big pockets. So what we're gonna do is I've got to gotta go over and sew this half of the zipper in, and then we will come back over here and pin the other side so we can do the zipper. Now with the zipper, let me show you. Oops, while I look, this has to do it. So at the end of the zipper, I made these little tabs. So when I sew over it, there won't be a gap. And I did get some bigger clips. I ordered them, and I bought them. Of course, this I'm using a small one right there. But I did get some bigger ones. So I'm going to go ahead and go over and sew this zipper in.
Hey, Mary, welcome in.
Hello, Mary. Welcome in. Okay, I'm going to close your eyes if you're going to be dizzy because I'm going to be moving this so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Of course, why won't you? My computer's in the way. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to come over here.
There you go. Right there.
Okay, so I've got my zipper foot in. Now this zipper foot, the back of this has a dial, and I can slide this back and forth depending on what side I want it to be on the zipper. And so I'm going to put this right under here, and I'm going to keep it right on this edge, and I can seal the zipper so I won't go over it. But this is really, really thick, of course, because remember all this batting that I have. So I'm gonna go backwards. Just want to go backwards. Okay. And I got the zipper. I have to move the zipper pull. I have it right there. Come on. There we go. And we'll move it back as needed. But right now we want it out of our way. Zippers used to be my nemesis. And it is for a lot of people who are just barely learning how to sew, because they're intimidating when you think you're trying to sew over the zipper and you don't want to hit the zipper. Now, this zipper is nylon, and it actually, you can actually sew over the
Teeth.
teeth, but not, the pull is metal. So I'm coming up to that zipper pull. So what I'm going to do is lower my needle, lift up my foot, and I'm going to go back underneath here and grab that pull and move it back. Get it to move. Come on. I can't get a hold of it. My tweezers. With my nails, with my nails sometimes I can't get it. Okay, it's not working. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and take the needle out. Go back. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew right over where I was just sewing to seal it, because that zipper pull is now out of the way. And I just, okay. Because I lined this all up and got it sandwiched in there, I'm not missing anything, because I can see the ridge of the zipper. I can see this, and I can feel them going through the foam.
Excuse me.
That is done. And you cut off the tab that's sticking out because you don't need it. It's just there mainly just to keep you from having a gap. And it did its job. And trim up any little loose. Not that you'd ever know if there was any stray threads, because all this stuff's going to be on the inside. So, all right. So we're going to go over and we're going to sandwich all this together so that I can sew it all together. Close your eyes if you get sick. Okay. So now
See you in the morning.
what you do is you fold this part over, okay, and you have your zipper right here. So what you do is you lay it down,
Stay. Lay down.
you lay it down flat, and you grab your other front, put the handle down, and then what you're going to do is you're going to sandwich. I got to get my clips, so that's done overseas. I need to put some part of them over here and then part of them over there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to anchor one first, and then I'm going to grab this and put the inside down and connect it. And then just make sure it's all lined up.
Excuse me.
And because your zipper is not the whole thing, you're on tapping, holding up half of it,
Yes.
I put more clips. But I am going to be turning this over and sewing from the other side so that I can really see the zipper really well. And while you're going, you got to make sure that you're getting your everything in your sandwich, and make sure that you're not getting your handles in there.
Quiet in the chat tonight.
And I am going to open up this zipper before I hook that. Last little bit. Now, if I was doing zipper by the yard, sometimes it can make it easier to do. Sometimes it makes it harder. So, like a bag I made this week, I didn't need the whole zipper, so I cut part of the zipper off and had to put the cap. Okay, now we're going to go back over and see. You can see how this looks across here. Of course, I'll straighten it as I go, just to make sure it's all lined up, and we'll sew all the way across here. So, close your eyes if you're going to get dizzy. And I'm just going to sew right across here. And attach everything. Now I'm wondering, yeah, that should work.
Sorry for the slapping. I was killing a skeeter.
I figured. Okay, I'm coming up to the pole, so I need to open this up and move that zipper again past the needle. Oh, where'd it go? Okay. Yeah.
I wouldn't have went after him so aggressively, but he was trying to get my coffee. It's just not happening. That's with the coffee.
Right.
Welcome back, Liz.
Welcome back, Liz.
I had one in my kitchen, Lacey, and was it last night I told you, Connie, or Sunday night? She
What?
turned around, came prancing out of the kitchen with the mouse in her mouth and took it outside.
Oh, yes. That was yesterday.
I was very happy to see she's on the job.
Right. Okay. These pieces are done, but now I have, see how this is rolling? So now what I have to do is I'm going to sew a seam right down here and then right here. What that's going to do is it's going to keep this zipper like this rather than rolling. So it's just a matter of just going right down. But what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do it from this side. I'm going to do it from this side because this is where it's rolling. And we want to have it stay like this. So we're going to leave the zipper foot on. I don't want to get too close to that. Come on, get in there.
I think I'm dead. Sorry. Sneezing
Huh?
fit. I would have some sneezing fit.
Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm folding this down. And I am sewing on it, which is pulling it away from the zipper. But I'm not liking the way this is moving. Giving me a little bit of a little ridge, but it's fine because it's pulling it away. So I should have moved my zipper foot on the other side. It's working because I'm pulling it away.
Lacey says that YouTube is acting wacky. It keeps giving her errors on her chat post, and the video went away and had an error on it.
That's weird. A lot of people's been having a lot of problems with YouTube.
Well,
Plus, I mean, I've been on YouTube.
I was in a live for another channel the other night. Well, I mean, I was in the chat part, and it would not advance. The chat would not. I had to manually advance it every single time.
Yeah. Okay, so that's done. Let me show it to you so you can see what I did. Okay, so see how I hemmed this away? So now we're going to go on the other side and do the same thing so that it pulls it away from the zipper. I got to go on the inside. Okay. I'm going to zip this up. It was caught in the zipper. See? Because I was not doing it right. So we're going to pull this. Actually, I'm going to zip it up so it's easier for me to pull it because it wants to not do what I want it to do. So I'm coming up on this handle, and I don't want the handle, of course, getting stuck in here. This is not working. It's not doing what I need to do. I knew that was going to be a problem. Did it wrong. I should have been on the inside. Yeah.
Nope, not done.
Okay, let's try this again. See, this is what I have to fold it and zip and sew right here so it sews it down. So, here. And I keep forgetting to bring the stuff liner.
Good to go for a few minutes. Tracy, Lacey, I was, I might be good to go for a few. I thought I was done. And I started sneezing again. Lacey says they're making me mad because they're not pushing my videos out, and other creators are complaining about it too. She's about ready to give up and stop wasting her time and focus on something more productive when they're allowing their AI trash to run everything and screw over their creators. I kind of agree with that. But I immediately, if I click on a video, the minute I hear that voice, I know it's AI, and I click right back off of it.
Right.
Mary wanted to know if you can drop Lacey's link. I don't know what it is, so.
Let me find it.
I mean, I know I'm
Let me
subscribed,
go.
but I don't know how. I don't. Is it at I am Lacey?
No, I got it. There we go. Did it show up? Yeah, it did. Okay. So once this part's done, we just have to sew it together and box the corners and turn it right side out. Now I just realized I did make a mistake, and okay, so see how this is folded and this is raw? And I'm not sure how I did that, but I'm probably need to, before I go on, make a little thing and put over it. I'm not sure how the heck I did that, because it's all hooked together right. Huh. I don't know. But it will be on the inside. So I think what I'll do instead is just use my pinking shears and trim it so it won't fray. But we got to go back over. So if you get dizzy, close your eyes.
Thank you, Liz. Asking everybody to hit the like button and share.
Yes, thank you. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and use, if you don't know what pinking shears are, they are like a rickrack and they cut it. What that does is it keeps your fabric from fraying. So I'm just going to trim this little bit of this blue. It will be inside the bag. Won't be able to see it, but I don't want it to fray. So I'm just trimming it.
JJ, I seen that your name was actually Jim. Which one do you prefer?
Hey JJ.
I seen it in the chat the other night. I think it's John, maybe Jones. I can't remember. Somewhere.
I've always called him JJ. So, and I could be wrong, but he never corrects me. So, okay. All right. So that's done. So what
Jim
we do now?
I'll try to remember that. He said Jim is fine.
Okay. Then we'll call him again. Okay. So we fold it like this. We open it up. Now what I'm going to do is we are actually going to box the corners right now. What the boxing of the corners will do is it will give it a bottom, stable bottom. So I'm going to do 2 inches. So I've got this little measuring thing tool, and I'm going to put 2 inches by 2 inches. And I'm going to use my little, my chalk. I need to stand up. I usually stand when I do when I'm over here. So we're going to go 2 inches by 2 inches. And we're going to do that on the other side as well. And what I do is I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut these squares out. But real quick, I'm going to put these together so they stay together. Okay. Now, you want to make sure that your pieces are together here. And go ahead, you know what, I'm going to go grab my bigger ones. The bigger clips, because this is thick. See the difference? Oh, I cut some expected here. Huh. So you can see the difference between the sizes of the clips.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and hook this together. And then we're going to go over here and do the same thing to box the corner over here. And I have a blue chalk and a white. So on this I'm going to use blue. It'll be easier to see. Now, if you wanted a bigger bottom, you could do a bigger box corner. You could do a 3 or a 2.5. But I'm just doing a 2. I'm going to go ahead and hook these together so that when I cut them, they stay together. Okay. All right, now I'm going to sew all the way across and down to the center and like this. But I need to cut these boxes out first so that I don't want to sew them and then have to go back and cut it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these out. This is a lot of thickness to cut through. So I was in my out working in the garage again today. I'm making a present, a wedding present for friends of ours. So, wood, and then I cut the corners rounded, and then brought it in the house. And I stained it and then, or I antiqued it. And then I painted part of it, and I did stencil on my, made a stencil on my Cricut. Okay, close your eyes, guys. Made a stencil on my Cricut, so tomorrow I will paint the wording. It's their wedding date and their name. So, all right, real quick, I'm going to take this zipper flip off and switch to my regular book. This one here. Threw that at me. I don't know why this book always gives me the biggest hassle getting it on. It's the one that came with the sewing machine, so
It should slide right in there.
well, it should, yeah, but it never does. Half the time I end up having to take the screw completely out, which I just did, so that I can get it on there. That doesn't want to go on. Come on. I need to bring my needle nose pliers and a pair of needle nose pliers up there or down here.
I got a pair in the kitchen. Want me to run and get them for you?
Well, I have a pair in the kitchen. I have a couple of pairs outside. I got a pair with my
Well, mine are in the kitchen. Bill's is out in the carport and up in his building. Or as my dad used to call that building, the pouting shed.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now that's done. So now we're going to, I need to keep this part open. So what I'm going to do is start here and go across and here and go across. And then I will come over here and go all the way around. Actually, I'll go around and then I'll do this part here. Because I don't want to leave that completely open. I want to sew part of it. So we're just going to go ahead and sew this. By doing those zipper tabs, what it does is it keeps the metal piece of the zipper away from where to be sewing. Because you don't want to sew on top of that. It'll break your needle. I did it the other day. I was further away from it than when I was what I was. I broke it. I'm really good at breaking needles. Just like John and other people are good at breaking blades. I'm good at breaking needles. And I used to be good at breaking blades when I used to scroll. now we're going to sew this side down all the way.
Oh, you know what I just realized, Connie?
What?
The inside of that bag is my high school colors.
Oh, really?
I was sitting there looking at it, I was like, why does those colors look familiar?
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to hit the zip pad. I'm not sure why. So close. Hmm.
Hope everybody had a great day today. It was lovely here. Weather, anyway. Took my
Yeah, we
car
had
to
nice
the car
weather.
wash. It was all the water was yellow from the pollen. I was sitting there going like, I said, I've got to run this to the car wash. I can't even see out the side windows and the back windows.
Mhm.
And I brushed the car off with the broom before I left, which I got yelled at because Bill told me stop doing it makes the allergies worse, of course. And I ran it through there, and Lorelai turned around and she was like, Grams, the water's yellow. All the pollen washing off the car. And I keep my car in the
Right.
carport. You wouldn't think there'd be that much on it.
Yeah. I'm having to change out my bobbin. Luckily, I keep several white thread bobbins at all times.
Yeah, my sister does that. So that's why y'all do that.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you go through and you use a lot of white. I do the same thing with black. I usually keep 3 or 4 when I start a project. I always fill up a bunch. Okay. Get under me. This is really, really thick. It doesn't want to get under there. You know what? Then I'll start from. Oops. I'll start from the other end.
You just need a smooshy stick.
I don't know if that would work for this because my presser foot, this for some reason doesn't lift up any higher, and it should. But for some reason, it just doesn't lift up any higher. Okay, now we're going to close just about 2 inches in so that after I do the box corners, I will have room to pull it in. So I'm just going to do like 2 inches in on both sides. Okay, now we're going to box the corners. So to box the corners, what you do is you grab these pieces and you open them up like this, and you situate them right so they're together, and you're going to sew right across here. What that's going to do is it's going to give you a flat bottom to your back, to your corners, or to your bottom of your back. And you want to turn these this way, and I've got the other ones turned the other way. And we'll do the other side of the blue, and then we'll do the thick material. We're just going to, now I'm going to check and make sure that I'm turning this the exact same way as this. So we just got to line these all up. So these are going this way, and that's got to go that way. That way you won't have a funny bump in your bag. Okay, we are almost done. Just got to box these corners. Now these are a little bit harder to do because it's a thick material. So you pretty much just have to manhandle it and do the same thing with your, well, these I open it. Sorry guys, it's all in the way. You can't see it.
We can still see pretty good.
Good. That centerpiece is really thick. Come on. Go over it. Ooh, I just broke my needle. I broke it. Okay. At least I know which needles they are and what they're easier to put on. I always break the needle when I do this. Always. Good thing I have so many needles, right?
Hey, Vicki, welcome in.
Welcome in, Vicki. And these are the heavy-duty needles. Still break them. Sorry, my head's in the way. I gotta grab.
I am not ashamed to say my granddaughter wore me out today.
Yeah.
But was complimented several times on how well behaved she was.
That's good.
I likes to see it. I've been teaching her
Huh?
manners day one. Everybody's like, it's too early to start. And I said, it's never too early to start with good manners.
That's true. Come on, go. Do not be me. Broke one earlier today and it no problem. There we go. Now let's try to do this without breaking a needle again. Uh-oh, Royce is barking upstairs. Ah, I broke another needle. Well, I got it done, but broke it.
Oh no, it's going to be known as the needle breaking bag.
Yeah.
You might need to get leather needles to go through that smoothly.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. But this should have, I may have to go up on a number. I don't know if I have anything higher than a 14 right now. But I did it the other day and it was just fine. But I still have one more box of corner to do. This is a thinner one. What the heck? Okay, well, let me change out with another needle. Really quick. And yeah. This is not a
Are
very
you using the same brand of needle? Maybe that brand of needles is just not as well made as other ones. Because
I
my
don't know,
niece
the ones
told me the differences. I had no idea. I thought a needle was a needle.
Well, I got these new ones the other day. I'm going to go ahead and use these ones. The eyes look pretty big. It's not open for me. What the heck? Come on, open. There. This is when I wish I had a different sewing machine for a lot of this stuff, because there's sewing machines out there that does the threading and the needles all by itself. And it's really easy. Mm. All right. Let's try this part. For some reason, this one doesn't appear to be as bulky as the other side, which is weird. That was easier.
It behaved.
Okay. It did. Okay, so now we just have to turn this wrong side out. So I will go through here
You mean
and
right.
I have, yeah, right side out. What did I say? Wrong side out?
Yep.
And I zipped my zipper closed. What the heck, Connie? I need to open it up from the inside. I forgot to leave it open. Come on. Don't tell me I made a huge mistake by not opening that. I'd be really mad at myself if I have to undo my stitches to get to the stupid zipper. It's not stupid. It was me who did something wrong.
Just don't do it on the corner where you had broken needles.
Right. Oh my gosh. What am I going to do? Because I can't turn it. Get to it, but I can't move it. Hold on, maybe I can. Come on, get your finger in there. Come on, the struggle bus. Well, I missed some of the stitches on the side, so I'm going to rip the seam out on the side, and then I can just re-sew it back together after I move the zipper hole.
Is there a song about the struggle bus?
Huh?
Said, isn't there a song about the struggle bus?
I think so. You're quite far now. Come on. There, I got it. Mhm. Well, this zipper is not a very nice zipper to me. It doesn't want to slide.
I just need a little wax on it.
Graphite. Have to undo this whole side, which is fine because I just realized I didn't catch all the fabric in here, so I was going to have to take it apart anyway. So, might as well do it now. Ripping seams is part of sewing. Okay. Did you hear me when I said that I missed part of the fabric?
Yes. Oh no, I was here. I was just blowing my nose.
Okay. So I got the zipper open. I'm just going to tear this out so I can sew this and catch all this fabric. Sorry if you guys come in here and watch me struggle.
Oh my goodness.
What?
I just put a piece of toxic waste in my mouth. It is super sour.
Well, that's not good.
Which is the whole purpose of the candy.
Right. So I'm going to take this miter corner out because the fabric folded back.
That's probably why it was thicker.
Exactly. So, yeah, it completely folded on me. And I didn't realize I didn't catch it. And that was the issue. So I'm just going to undo this whole thing and redo it. And that way, I'll have it caught. Only one side of the miter didn't work, but I got to undo the other part anyway to hook it back together. I should have known to baste it down. See there, now it's out. Okay. So let me undo this little bit of this miter. Actually, I'll just undo all of it so it's easier to handle. Okay. So I'm going to re-sew this. Trim.
seeing people make mistakes helps because then you can say, oh, well, they made mistakes, so if I do, it's not a big deal.
Right. Now, we'll redo the miter. I'm going to turn this off. It's sticking out. Don't need all the extra bulk. Let's see. It all caught. I just unthreaded my needle. Lovely. I didn't have my thread long enough, and when I unthreaded it.
Exactly, Mary. But some people, especially when they're starting out, they lose their confidence if they make a mistake and think, I shouldn't make mistakes doing something when everybody makes them. Exactly.
Right. If you're watching somebody sew and they don't make mistakes, then they're hiding what they're doing because everybody has mistakes when they're sewing. I watched a lady on YouTube, and she will tell you, she'll say flat out, don't be afraid to make mistakes. We all make mistakes. She goes, I didn't get to be such a good seamstress because I didn't make mistakes.
Sue Hansen. I miss that woman. I used to love watching her show.
Who?
Sue Hansen. She used to
Oh, yeah. Don't break the Don't break the Be nice to me. Oh, you're doing something. No. Be nice. You were so sweet. You didn't write. Thank you. Doesn't hurt to talk to your sewing machine either.
Now pet it and tell her she's a good girl.
Oh, she's a good girl. Okay, that's done. Now, my zipper is open, so I can go in and you grab these boxed corners and you stick them in. And then you grab the other one. And you very, very carefully pull them through. You're pulling a big, big bag through this little opening. And you don't want to tear your fabric or ruin your zipper. This looks like a jumbled mess right now. But here it comes.
Yes, Mary. And I think she actually did have a stroke, but man, she kept sewing.
All right. Look at that. It's done.
Yay!
Other than I gotta seam up this one seam. I just have to fold it in and sew across it.
I know. I was talking to Cash.
Oh,
Come in from he was
thank
out
you,
laying.
Liz.
Come in.
I'll show you exactly what it looks like once I have this done. You guys can see it a little bit better. Of course, this is only my third bag like this that I've made. I think I'm doing pretty good for my third bag.
And there's always a learning curve.
Yeah, especially with this foam. And even if I wasn't buying the drying mats, I would still need to put foam in them. And so you get what's called flex foam, and it's the same exact thing. So you end up going through it. Okay, now it's done. So, trim this. Stick this back in there. Push out my boxed corners in there. So let me show you. You guys can see. So it's, you got a pocket, a pocket, a pocket, a pocket inside here. And then you've got your outside pocket. And then you have your zippered pocket. And then this, push that out, zips closed. So it has a flat bottom, so it will stand up. See?
I love it.
Yeah, I'm glad. So yeah, there's that bag. So I have this one for Annie, and then this one I did a couple of weeks ago for Annie's granddaughter. And it has little tiny pockets on both sides. I don't think I put pockets on the inside. Yes, there is. There's pockets on the inside too. 4 pockets. So yeah, those are done. So yeah, thank you guys for coming. Sorry, I mean, I hate to have to make you watch me struggle, but thank you, Liz. Let me go like this. Which one's this one? Let me remove that one. There we go. There. That way you don't have to see me twice. So yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. Of course, the more I do these, the more I will get better, but I probably won't show you me making them anymore because I've shown you've seen me make 2 different bags, but I have other styles of bags I'm going to do. Some that has they won't have zippers. They will have these magnetic closures. So I'll just sew them on and they'll just magnetically close. So it won't be zippers. Not that I'm against zippers, because I got lots of zippers.
Cool, though, especially if you got to get in something really quick. It's like boom.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, I'll be doing some of those. I'm thinking about doing some smaller bags for like crochet stuff. Of course, that has to have a zipper on it. So yeah. But thank you guys for coming, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I know you sat and watched me struggle, but hey, at least I did a lot of that before the live started. So, all right, thank you, Annie, for coming, and we'll see you guys all on Thursday night on the other channel. Good night.
Bye, y'all.